Internet, how's everybody doing today? Andy Sins, about to ignite a grease fire of bias in your kitchen and make an ill-advised attempt to put that shit out with water in the form of a record review. Welcome back to the State of the Sound Union, Los Angeles, home to Skid Row and Sweet Gloom. No, really, that's the name of the band in today's Totally Biased record review. We've got Sweet Gloom. This is a band that's relatively new to myself, but they've just released their sophomore record, No Love Lost, on Sneak Dog Records this past August 21st, 2026. This stuff has got some power pop, sort of Ramones core heart to it. Lyrically, there's a lot of love on this album, or at times wishing and or longing for love. Jake, the singer, he can really sing. He's got a real cool energy to his performance, a very old school style rock and roll crooner, if you will. His vocal style actually reminds me of Kurt from The Leftovers. Not sure if anybody remembers that band, but check it out. They're kind of fun as well too. Musically, we've got some elements of sort of like a doo-wop thing happening here. It's all wrapped up in a punk rock package, of course, but I couldn't help but feel as though I was tasting that note, shall we say. The whole thing is really well produced, and in a lot of aspects sounds like what I presume literal fun sounds like. The lyrics themselves, not always fun, but it all sounds like having fun. It's like cheeky or like facetious or something like that. The guitars have a real brightness to them throughout. There's some really cool effects on there. And the drums, they sound great too. Not that they take away from anything else in the mix. They're just there and they're well integrated as a part of the whole deal, shall we say. Just a really cool record, friends. In terms of standout tracks, there's a song called Idiot, kind of snaps right into it after a brief little guitar intro. I like the concept. For some reason, I like the melodic spelling of the word idiot in song, at least in this little number. And plus, I can relate a little bit, both from the perspectives of idiocy and romantic awkwardness. So, yeah, guys, I get it. Stargazer, another little love poem happening here. A bit more snarl in the vocals. And there's a rad little outro that happens here as well too. And then I think another song that I enjoyed was You and I. There's some ambient, spacey shit sort of happening here. And I think that was kind of what caught the ear for me. There's a really almost like a sarcastic cockiness or something to the vocals that seemed to capture my attention on this album. And I don't mean that critically. I think if anything, it sort of enhances it and just kind of adds to the mood and sort of the fun element of it, I guess. State of the Sound Union registering this album at 3 out of 5 votes for the project. So Sweet Gloom's No Love Lost, again out August 21st, 2026 on Sneak Dog Records. A solid showing at 3 out of 5 union votes for the State of the Sound Union. Catch them at their upcoming record release show in LA. I also see that they are doing a performance at the Legendary Fest in Gainesville. I am definitely, from a personal perspective, curious about seeing what this band looks and sounds like on the old live front. So hopefully they get up to Canada and I can indulge, shall we say. But we'll see what happens. Lots of cool stuff coming down the pipe in that regard. As always, guys, I really appreciate the attention. I appreciate anybody commenting in the comment sections. I like to hear what you think. I like to be disagreed with. I like to be agreed with. I like to fucking talk, you know? if you haven't seen that already. But no, I really appreciate it, guys. Until we see each other via the tube again or on Instagram, please take care of each other. And again, thanks for coming. Peace.